What's good, YouTube? DM here with the DM Network, y'all. Today I want to talk about the upcoming Anime Expo and what Bandai Namco could have for us in that, and also kind of talk about a little bit of in-game stuff. Before we get into all of that, y'all know the routine. Follow me on these social media platforms. There you see the PlayStation ID, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, but what's not listed is Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook at Dmgaming06. You want to see that? Just go back and pause. Y'all click that subscribe button. Follow us, man. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss an upload. We are every day uploading on this thing. We're doing it. Join it over 9,000 Hype Squad today. So, Bandai Namco, this was sent to me from a subscriber on Instagram. Appreciate the information. Been following it as well, but I always give credit even if it's something I already knew about. This was on their Twitter yesterday. What's Play Anime? Join us at our second annual Play Anime panel during AX 2019 or Anime Expo. To find out, we'll be showing off our upcoming games and giving away some awesome prizes. That'll be July 5th, which is Friday. The time is going to be 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So it's going to be pretty late here at Central Time and Eastern Time as well. But the biggest takeaway from this is we're going to hear more about Dragon Ball Game Project Z. Now, will they release more information? I strongly believe that they will. People may say with them just now coming off of E3, it's going to be kind of, people think that, oh, well, maybe they don't have anything to release right now. I believe we'll hear some new information about the game because that's what their marketing team does. They know they have these big time events and they purposely hold back information to present it, sprinkle it throughout the year. This is an anime expo. Do you know how many of the people going to be there know about Dragon Ball Z? So this would be an opportune time to release. This is your market. At E3, they try to captivate people who generally probably wouldn't have otherwise heard about the game and stuff like that. But at the Anime Expo, everybody knows they know Goku. They know what Dragon Ball Z is. So this is your market base. So you really have to come with it to wow them. So they're going to come with something big, I believe. There's three main things that people are wanting to know. We're wanting to know more in depth about playable characters, and I go into detail about that every time about playable characters. I still believe that Goku is the only playable character in a sense, and that you'll be able to play with other characters, but only whenever the story allots it. Like, I don't think you'll be able to just fly around through the entire game as Vegeta because the sagas that won't be true to the anime. You get what I'm saying? But whenever you're at a point in the story where Vegeta, or Gohan, for instance, like if it goes to the Cell Saga, then you'll be kind of probably flying around with Gohan. Who knows, but that's yet to be seen, but that is a major concern for the community. Also, official confirmation, because we all believe it's going to go to the Buu Saga. But just hearing them say it's going to the Buu Saga or seeing a trailer or screenshots, things like that is what the community is waiting on the most. Me personally, there are a few minor things, well, not minor to me, but maybe minor to other people that they're wanting to hear. I want to hear more about the Dragon Balls. I want to hear more about training. So down in the comment section down below, let me know what you are hoping and crossing your fingers to hear about at the Anime Expo. I expect us to kind of get some sprinkles of screenshots that day leading up to the event and things like that, possibly with it being so late in the evening. And also in Bandai Namco, they're kind of announcing times that they're going to be covering certain games and stuff like that. Hopefully they live stream it. I expect them to on Twitch and stuff like that. Hopefully they do. That way we could kind of tune into it. I would love to watch it as well. So tune into that, y'all. We'll be, as the day get closer, we'll just keep reminding this on every day's video. And if we get more information, we'll release that as well. So I wanted to talk about this, and this is the scouter or the dragon radar of the map, and I just have it zoomed in so we could see the items there or the keys on the map. So you have current location, main story, sub story. You have guide, grocer, trader, cook, training grounds, cooking, R&D, which is research and development, fruit tree, mineral deposit, dinosaur habitat, fishing, and marker. And we covered this before in a video, but I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth with it as pertaining to what we talked about yesterday with the Z orbs and the mineral deposits and the research and development, things like that. So you can clearly see there's more to this game that hasn't been revealed yet. They have not talked to a guide. I imagine the guide is more or less could be potentially like a master Roshi, a trainer or something to that extent, or it could just be like a guide to where you can go and look at how to play the game. For instance, like in Xenoverse, you have the little robots that you can go to and talk to, and they'll bring up a menu of how to do different things. But I don't think that's what that is, because all the other brown items like that, they all are interactive NPC type things, like a grocer where you can buy food, a trader where you can trade stuff. I'm thinking you could trade stuff like the mineral deposits there. I don't know. We'll see. A cook, of course, take the food, get it cooked. Training grounds, of course, that's where, specific places you can go and train. Cooking is like your campfires, where you can go and cook your food. It's a little bit different than the cook icon there. That is probably somebody you could take it to and they'll cook it for you or something to that extent, maybe like a restaurant kind of thing. R&D, of course, is research and development. Now, I imagine maybe the mineral deposits and things like that will go into that as well. But you see the guide, the grocer, the trader, and the cook. Those things we'll use Zenny for. I'm pretty sure that's where Zenny will come into play in the game, to where we'll see those kinds of things. Fruit trees are just trees out in the wild where you can get fruit from. Mineral deposits are those little caves and stuff that have minerals that we can get. Dinosaur habitats, fishing, etc., fishing spots and stuff like that. So there's some pretty good information here. This is also, I bring this up also because maybe we will be able to hear some things about this as well, because these give more insight to the depth of the game. And my biggest concern with any RPG is repetitive. Now, you're gonna have things that are repetitive. You play Destiny 2, it's repetitive. You play any open world game, God of War, Ghost Recon Wildlands, GTA, it's all repetitive. You're doing the same things over and over. But what makes a great open world game or a great RPG with open world or free roam sandbox like this game, for example, is making those things that you do over and over not feel so repetitive. You get what I'm saying? Even though that they are, you're putting little tidbits in there to make a new experience every time. So it's going to be interesting to see all of that, and it's going to be interesting to hear more about that. If I had to say something on this list in front of me, the biggest things that I would be concerned with, or not concerned with, but that I want more information on, is of course the training grounds. I want to know how training is going to work in this game. And I hope they talk about that and potentially the Dragon Balls at Anime Expo. But also research and development. What I think they'll cover at the Anime Expo is we could potentially get gameplay of these different things. They could show off, the grocer, the trader, the cook, the trading grounds, cooking, research and development, and things like that. They could show those things off, because if you look at the first gameplay, they showed off, people got to fight dinosaurs. We saw that with the screenshots. They got the fish. We saw that on the screenshot. Fruit tree, we saw that in the screenshot. And we saw the mineral deposit as well as the cooking. So we've already seen some of these things. I'm thinking with the next gameplay trailer, we'll be able to see some of the other things like the training grounds and stuff like that. My biggest takeaway from this game, or my biggest thing about this game that will if I had to choose a make or break thing, would be the training. Y'all know how I feel about training. I think training is extremely important. Goku trained the majority of the time in the anime and in the manga. So for them to have an opportunity with this game to make training be a huge thing, I really hope they take full advantage of that. And I hope that they make training mean something and not put training in a position to where it's just like it was in Xenoverse, where it's useless. You don't get any stat boost from it or anything like that. It's just essentially learning the game. Why we can't learn the game mechanics as well as get better in game as well, have that reflected, because that's what training was. I mean, yeah, people can look at it and say, well, if your stick skills are better, then you're going to be better in the game. So in a way, you're stronger in the game. And I get that, but I don't want that. I mean, I would like that because, of course, yeah, playing the game, get better on the sticks. But also, I would like to have that reflected in the game. If I go into the hyperbolic time chamber and train, for example, I shouldn't come out with the exact same stats that I had before. You know, there should be some increases in his stats, and there's a lot of incremental things to the characters in this game that it's possible. I mean, you have melee, you have defense, all these other things aside from his health and his stamina that can be leveled up. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below, y'all. Any new information that I get in regards to the Anime Expo and stuff like that, depending on how big it is, I may just post it in the communities tab on the channel, so stay tuned for that, or post it to Twitter. If it's big enough, then I'll do maybe a small video talking about it. Just depends. But appreciate y'all for watching, man. Till next time, peace.